Trock knives with an O. This one is the bada bing bada boom Trock titanium pocket knife. That's the most creative knife name I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So got the magnetic little box right here. So this should be hopefully a premium knife. We're getting some premium signs and hints. We got a business card. We have some wiping cloth. And ooh, check this out. We got the knife right here. It's sort of wrapped like the sneaker store at the mall that tends to wrap their sneakers in this sort of airtight little seal. This is the first time ever I've seen a knife seal like this. Is this gonna become a new trend? I don't know, but definitely interesting. I'm gonna have the Nip-L, or the nipple, whatever you wanna call it, from Vosteed. I just recently did the unbox on it here on the channel. Check it out if you haven't already. Awesome knife, titanium, L-Max steel, hollow ground. I mean, great size for all my, where the big knives at, Miguel? We want the big knives people out there, so. But let's dig in here, right? Get this plastic wrap off. Bada bing, bada boom. For starters, I'm really digging what I'm seeing here right off the bat. We have speed holes on the show side with some milling, right? Looking very futuristic. Pretty Vision FG SNEX design, sort of esque, right? In a way. Are we dealing with titanium? The answer is yes. Right, we got titanium backspacer, titanium knife. Now, we have checked out a lot of Trock knives in the channel that have been budget variants, but I want to say Trock knives is now dipping their toes in the premium end of things. M390 steel on the blade. Come on, that is nice. Love to see it. So let's go ahead and get it deployed here. So we got some, what are we calling these? Not thumb studs, but trapezoids of sorts. Slanted rectangle looking thumb studs. Bam, there we go. There is the blade. Oof, man. Okay, so everything is blacked out on this one. As you can see, we got a black wash sort of going on, reverse tanto geometry with slight little bit of belly, but not quite, almost a straight edge. M390 steel with a flat grind. We have a crazy fuller. Well, it definitely looks like a fuller right there. And the opening thumb studs, if you would. It is going to be a frame lock here with a, let's see the engagement, about 10-15% engagement. Good access to the lock bar from the show side. And checking the drop here. All right, a little bit of a shake shutter on the drop. Can I deploy off the fuller? The answer is yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I was, yeah, a little skeptical. I'm like, that's not going to work. There's no way that's going to work. Why would that even work? That makes no sense, but somehow it works. You are able to get a good grip on the fuller here anywhere, since it's pretty long, pretty lengthy. And yeah, you can get that reverse grip going pretty much every single time. Now, the thumb stud is a little bit weird here, I want to say, because my thumb typically would want to land right about here, but that's where the peaky little triangular corner is at. So that's a little bit, I don't know, we'll have to sort of gauge it here over time to see how that goes. I would want this ramp sort of portion right here towards the front instead for the opening, right? Since once it's open, right, it doesn't really make sense for it to be facing back, right? If you see what I'm saying, doesn't necessarily make sense for it to be facing back. So that seems to be the case on both sides. Maybe I can unscrew it and screw it the other way around. I wonder if that will make a difference, right? Kind of turn it 180, right? Switch out the thumb studs. But this is the show side, doesn't have the hardware. So the hardware would now then show on the show side. But that's just a theory right there. Again, just judging by what it feels like on the deployment, just kind of poking at this corner area here of the rectangle, if you would.
A few moments later.
So I went to test out my theory here, but it doesn't necessarily line up perfectly the way I would want it. So I would want it something like this per se, and that's not working. So let me just do this one. There we go. Something like that per se, but it doesn't necessarily line up completely. There's a little bit more of a curve on this end of the rectangle than here. This one has more of a peaky corner than that. So it's not an apples to apples conversion necessarily. So I'm just gonna put it back the way it was. But yeah, that would be my one piece of feedback on the thumb studs there. That titanium bit driver, by the way, is a Drive-R-Saurus from Kansept Knives. Titanium bit driver, absolutely affordable, highly recommendable. Check it out if you haven't already. But alright, now that we got that taken care of, right? Tested out that theory. The good news is you can still deploy. Good news is you can still deploy it just fine. Reverse flick just fine. No back flippers, no front flippers. At least I wouldn't try to front flip there. That's not gonna happen. I do like the futuristic aesthetics of it. It looks pretty nice. It's actually milled inside for weight reduction on the titanium, especially on the non-speed hole side, right, the lock bar side. Very futuristic looking pocket clip right there. Very interesting design. The overall worn feel and look to it looks very interesting as well. As far as ergos, I'm able to get a full 4-finger grip And we can forward choke a tad bit. Not the biggest finger choil, little arch or curve in the world, but right, you can make it work if you needed to in a pinch. Good amount of jimping, right? Pretty decent. A little bit longer would have been nice, if anything, but we're nitpicking at this point. Great geometry for utility cuts and draw cuts, like we said earlier. And yeah, a little bit of a shake shutter until it breaks in more, I'm sure. It's gonna work just fine. Now, trying to deploy here with the thumb stud itself, even as a reverse flick, it's a little bit hard to do. So I'm just gonna go fuller every single time. It actually works really good. If I try to deploy off of the fuller and not the thumb stud, it also works nicely. Somebody might be wondering, they're not thumb studs, Miguel. They are stop pins or whatever. Well, they're not. They're not making any contact at all with the frame in any way, shape, or form. So credit where credit is due. Good plunge grind situation there. Pretty decent. Right about where my nail is. Love to see that. And again, for a company that, at least as far as I knew, was making really good and affordable budget knives, right? For them to do a premium offering like this one out there, I am really, really excited. This one has got to have a name. I probably put it on screen earlier. If not, I'll put it again because Titanium Pocket Knife 299 is not necessarily a good knife name, if you know what I mean.